Hey YouTube again. This is my second video that I'm making tonight. I just want to talk about this or give this story time while I was on my brain. Because I just finished a video about karma and I don't know why it's just connected with me. But so I recently did a video about encounters with angels. And so I recently this year had an encounter with what I feel to be an angel. And this is two different times, but it was the same person. So, um, don't come for me. I know a lot of people are gonna probably think I already know the backlash and rebuttaling that I know people are probably gonna think or even say. But just hear me out, because I go off of, my feeling and my intuition and spirit, so my discernment. And each time this radar went off. So, um, earlier this year, well, not earlier, maybe like a couple of months ago, I was still pregnant with the twins. And so, me and my sister, around this time, I just wasn't doing good. Like, physically, I wasn't doing good. Mentally, emotional. It was just a really hard time for me. And so sometimes me and my sister, she would come and get me, and we would just go to Target or something, just, walk around or whatever. I think this particular day, my sister did need to go and get food. And maybe we both did. We need to go grocery shop and get some things. But I just remember this day being out. It had to be early in the morning, like around the time the store first opened. And so, because I wanted to believe that it was still during school season. So I want to say maybe around April or May. Because I know we didn't have any kids with us. Like, it was just us. We may have had her daughter, which she's 1 year old. And so we pulled up to this Target, and I remember the parking lot wasn't that full, so you can kind of like see gaps and spaces in the parking lot, cars, like it wasn't packed. And we pulled up to a Target. Me and my sister, we always talk and play our gospel music, and sometimes we're in there singing or whatever. We never just jump out the car unless we're just in a dying rush. But, we would pull up somewhere. We could sit down, honestly, for 20 more minutes just sitting outside talking or whatever. So we pulled up, and we were just sitting there doing whatever. And out of nowhere, and the reason I say out of nowhere is because I really did not see where this lady came from at all. This lady kind of walks up to the car, and I can't remember if I'm assuming that I was maybe driving, because it seemed like she came up to my side, which is the passenger side. So this lady, she comes up to the window and she was like, "Hi, I'm just coming to ask, I'm needing food for my grandchildren." She said, "I'm on my way." I want to believe she said Arkansas, so we're in Texas. Arkansas, just depending on where in Arkansas, maybe about 4 or 5 hours away. She said, "I'm on my way there. I got my grandsons with me. It's 3 of them. And, I just need food to get there." She said, "I'm leaving this guy. He was very abusive to me." She started showing us like scars and, things on her head and things like that. She said he was abusive and this, and, she didn't have much, and all she was asking for was food. So, of course, the way I'm raised, I'm like, if somebody asks for something, you give it to them, and definitely something like that. Like, no one should be hungry, especially kids. So we were like, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll definitely get you some food. We're getting ready to go into Target. We need to get some stuff for us anyway. What did you like? We're asking her all these questions. She kept putting it back, the focus on the kids. She never asked for anything for herself. We were like, no, what do you eat? She was like, don't worry about me. Just get things for the kids. And we were like, no, but we want to get you something too. She was just focused on the kids. And so, she wasn't picky, didn't give us a list or anything. So we said, okay, we'll get some stuff. So, I mean, between me and my sister, we have, 9 kids? And so, we know how to shop for children. So we were like, okay, we're getting ready to go into Target. And, so where are you? Where are you going to be? Where's your car? She never would point out her car or anything. She just kept on saying, I'm going to be out here. Trust me, she said, I'm going to be out here. We were like, cool, let's go. We're going to go in, get your stuff, and we'll be right on now. We go into the store, of course, being the shopaholics that me and my sister are. We took a little bit longer than what we wanted to take. It wasn't just long. It wasn't too long. But we went there, we bought, like, for her, just for her kids, we bought probably over $50 worth of stuff, like Lunchables and snacks and chips and juices, and because we were getting things for their travel there, because she, like I said, she was going to Arkansas. She said that's where she was from or whatever. So we were getting all this stuff for her. We came out, started looking around. We didn't see her anywhere, so we got in the car. So we decided to drive around. We drove around for at least 30 minutes, like from out going down each alley. This Target is in like a long shopping strip. We went up and down. We could not find this lady at all. Like, we just went everywhere. I mean, and it really kind of disappointed us. Not that it wasn't about the money. It was more so about we didn't know if she got the help that she needed. And so we kind of just decided at one point, when it just got ridiculous and we just did not see this lady, we decided to just go ahead and give up and say, okay, you know what, we're just going to pray. We're just going to pray that she found help. And, we got all this food, but hey, we got kids, so, we'll use food, And the whole time, me and my sister just started dissecting things, and was like, we both agree, like, something was just weird about this whole encounter with this lady. Number one, I remember that particular day, it wasn't a great day for me at all. Like I said, my pregnancy this year was hard as heck. And so she just came out of nowhere, and it made me take the focus off myself and put it on her. Just the way that she kind of came out of nowhere. I'm getting a FaceTime. Oh, gosh. The way she came out of nowhere was crazy, too. A lot of people be like, well, you just didn't see. No, I swear to God, it just seemed like she appeared out of thin air to me. But whatever. And just the fact that she wasn't there, like, was so weird to me. It's like, you need this help, and we're saying, hey, we're going to go and help you. She wouldn't point out her car. I remember she came from the back. I think she pointed at the back or something like that. And so, a lot of people don't want people knowing, a lot of stuff about them. I just thought it was so weird she disappeared. And we both joked, said it was an angel. We told our mom about it. My mom said, she said, well, maybe it was an angel. You know how you say that? Maybe it was an angel. And, we went on about our way. I think after that, things changed for me, because it seemed like shortly after that, I started getting admitted to the hospitals, and then I eventually had to go into the hospital for a long time. I ended up having my twins. So, I'm sorry, my phone is going crazy right now. And the baby's going crazy. Uh-oh. Okay. So, that happened. Fast forward, and we always talk about this lady. We always say, man, I hope she got help and all this other stuff. So this was at a Target so I'm in Dallas, Texas. So in a suburb called, or a little city called Cedar Hill. All right. So a couple of weeks ago, I was just having another horrible horrible day. As a matter of fact, this is the day that I got word that someone came by my house to serve me papers for my divorce. I got on the phone with, you know, my husband and kind of went off on him, because I was just so upset about everything. And it was just, I was crying this day, and I was with my aunt, and then my aunt started sharing all these stories of things that happened with my grandmother and her divorce and that whole situation and how that situation ended up turning out, which was, not that great. Not for my grandmother, but, for her husband and her ex-husband at the time. But, we were just sitting there talking, and I was just feeling so down in the dumps. Like, it wasn't a good day at all for me. And so I had my aunt in the car, and I went, because I picked her up from work this day. Gosh, I picked her up from work, and then I dropped her off. As soon as I left her, I started driving, and I wasn't ready to go back, home, and I didn't know what to do. I just didn't feel like anything. I was driving past Target, another Target, which this Target is actually in Dallas, and I just pulled in and parked the car in the very back, and I was just sitting there. I was listening to my gospel music, and I was just sitting there praying, talking to God, just sitting there meditating. I was debating whether or not I was going to go into the store, and I decided not to. Once I felt not necessarily better, but I felt like I had enough strength to just continue to go. Hold on. Yeah, once I felt like I had the strength to continue to go, I put the car in drive. I was getting ready to drive off. Out of nowhere, a lady runs up to my window. A lady runs up to my window and starts telling me this story. And before I knew it, I was like, that's that same lady. Same exact lady. Her story this time. I'm needing gas, and I'm needing food for my children. My grandchildren. I have 3 grandchildren, and right now I just don't have any gas money. I don't have any food. So then, this is me in a natural thinking. I said, I really want to ask this lady, does she remember me and my sister going to get food for her before? I never brought it up. I never said, do you know me? Don't you? I act like this is my first time hearing her or seeing her. So I was just listening. This time she was like, I'm needing gas money. She said, if you don't have any money, that's fine. She said, I really just need the food for my grandchildren. She kept focusing on the food again. And I'm looking at her this whole time like, this lady keeps coming to me asking for food. And I'm even thinking, well, maybe she was just asking for food for kids because it's more heart grabbing. And so she doesn't mind eating kid food or whatever. Because maybe if I say it's for a kid, I'm just thinking in a natural. But then she's really just asking for it. And I'm like, I was already having a shitty day, and excuse my language. Oh gosh. I was already having a crappy day. And I was like, maybe I can just help her. And I said, I don't know what happened last time, but maybe this lady's just hard, down on her luck and whatever. And I said, even if she's doing this, if she's lying about the kids or whatever, I'm like, I'm just going to help her anyway. So I told her, I said, I don't have any cash money, which I didn't. So I said, I really can't do gas. And there was not a gas station around. But I said, I can't go in here. I said, I'm getting ready to go in this Target. I'm going ahead to get you food. And so I said, but I asked her, I said, where will you be? I said, are you coming in? She said, no. She said, no, trust me. She said, I'm going to be right there in the front. She said, I'm going to be right there in the front. I was like, okay. I said, it's not going to take me long. I'm going to go in here and grab the stuff. And she even told me, she said, you can just get breakfast food for the kids. She said, that's fine. Get breakfast food for the kids. I was like, okay. So I said, you know, I kept on asking her, where are you going to be? Like, where are you going to be? She was like, she said, I promise you, I'm going to be right there at the front. I'm going to be right there in the front of the store. So I was like, okay. So I'm parked all the way in the back, you know. So I drive the car up, and she's actually, you know, after we parted from each other, I saw her walking towards the Target. So I was like, okay, good. I said, maybe last time she left because somebody else helped her or whatever. So I drive up to Target, to the front where I can park, and I have to walk so far. I go in, I don't see her. I purposely, when I walked into the store, right when you walk into this particular Target, to the left, right there are the women's clothes. So I kind of hung out around there just to see if I was going to see her walk in. I never did, but I was like, maybe she's going to ask somebody else for help because, she probably doesn't want to trust me and put her all in me. So I went ahead and left the clothing section after a while after I didn't see her. Went ahead over there and picked up food items and things like that. And then I just slowly made my way to checkout. Now, the checkout was a little bit longer than normal. But it eventually moved, Target, they know how to get it together. So the whole time I'm in line, I'm looking to see if I see her, and I just don't see her. Like, I don't see her in the front. I was like, well, maybe she meant she's going to be in the front outside. Because a lot of people, if they're, asking for things, they don't like going inside of stores because, whatever, if they don't have any money. I said, maybe she's standing outside. So I walked outside after I finished with everything. I got her food for her children. And don't see her. So I'm walking around slow looking. Get in my car. This time, not only am I going up and down the aisles looking for her car, I'm literally stopping and asking people, have you seen the lady that's been asking for help? Have you seen the lady? Cars that look like they just kind of been sitting there, maybe like their windows are down, like they, and the car is off. I'm stopping and asking. People that are walking, I'm stopping and asking. I literally drive all the way around. I even go over to like the other stores, I just don't see this lady at all. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And it's get to the point I'm just so frustrated. I saw a truck sitting in a very back, and it like the doors were open or whatever. And I pulled up, and it was a black lady and some children. And I'm like, well, maybe this is her and her family, or somebody. And I asked Leslie, said, have you seen the lady? She was like, no, I haven't seen anyone. So I get so disappointed. And I asked the lady, I said, well, are you okay? Do you need help? Because the lady was just sitting there like she needed some help. Like she was almost stranded. Like her car was broke down or something. She said, no, I'm okay. I'm good. I was like, okay. I left there and I just began to cry because I felt like I didn't know whether to feel played or I didn't know if this was really some angelic presence. I was torn between the two. I really was. And I pull up to the house, actually to my sister's house, and my mom is there. And I walk up to my mom's car, and I just kind of start telling her the story. I'm like, Mom, that same lady that I told you about, this and this and this. And I said, she asked for food again, and she wasn't there. And that's all I told my mom. And I just told her, like, I was frustrated. And as soon as I told her that, my mom's response is, she said, that's your angel. And I bust out crying. I literally, like, dropped down to the floor because I felt like that was confirmation, because I felt like this was crazy. Like, why do I keep encountering the same lady? I'm trying to help her, and she's disappearing on me after I help her, And my mom said, that's your angel. And I promise you, ever since that day, things have just seemed like they have been progressing in my life. They have just been getting better and better and better and better. And not just financially, not just mentally, not just emotionally, but overall, better. I just feel better. I feel more established. Things are turning in those areas, but I just feel a lot more positive. I'm not having bad days. Even the issues with my divorce and stuff, like I've come to terms with it. Like I'm not feeling bad. And I really feel like she was there just to let me know, hey, everything is okay. Like things are looking up. We got you. We got you. And every time she's asked for things, it's things that I can still use in my own household. So I wasn't losing anything. Like my kids love breakfast food. I just took the food home and my kids ate it, you know. And so I know a lot of people are going to say that's not an angel. It's probably a lady who's on drugs or something. Or they're going to say, maybe the lady got help. But I just look at it, what a coincidence. And another crazy thing is, like, nobody else in that parking lot saw this lady. And I asked quite a few people. I was risking my life because I was driving up to cars and like, hey, have you seen this lady? Because I was like, nah, this time I'm going to find her. And I just didn't. So, yeah, that was my second encounter with angels, or what I perceive to be my angels, or angel, And it's so funny because it seems like it's always coming in the form of a black woman. But, black older woman. But, yeah. I'm going to name the series My Supernatural Life because I have a lot of things, supernatural things that I've encountered or experienced. And so, this is my second video on it. But, like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me if you've encountered angels, what you feel. Have you ever had an encounter similar to this? Have you seen this lady? This lady with this same story. She has 3 black grandchildren, Let me know, what you feel about it below. But that's my last video for tonight. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.